Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dinesh Kumar. I'm an IPS officer of 2012 batch, currently posted as an SP, Paschim Midnapur district in West Bengal. Before going into the presentation, I would like to give a brief summary of my district. I'm heading a district of having around 55 lakhs people in my district and 6,500 square kilometer area. And I'm sharing 60 kilometer odd boundary with the state of Orissa where it actually became a challenge, which I'll be covering later on. In the future slides, I'm going to cover how we responded to the COVID-19, how we overcome the different challenges during COVID-19 period and the super cyclone Amphan, which hit us in during May 2020, and our future roadmap with the help of the district administration and district police. First of all, as far as the response towards the district police towards this COVID-19 is concerned, what we did was that we formed a district task force at the district level where district magistrate, CMO, and different principal and different public representative was a part of it, and we tried to coordinate and we tried to have the same frequency so that we can overcome the different problems and we can have a situation-based solution also. So we did this task force meeting on regular basis on very well in advance of 7 days, like around 19th March. We started this WhatsApp coordination with the COVID group well before in the nationwide lockdown on 25th March and invoking the National Disaster Management Act. So we tried to have each and every stakeholder on the same frequency for fighting this COVID-19. We trained our officials, be it police, be it health officials, and the different stakeholders with regard to the testing and having this tracking of we formed 250 plus form where all the GP level forces, task force level forces were active from the very beginning to trace these people who are having these ILI-like symptoms or any symptoms showing the kind of a corona, which was basically a temperature and cough and other things. We actually identified more than 50 centers having 1,600 bed capacity in Paschim Midnapur, and it was done smoothly without any law and order, and because initially people were very panicked. So because of the community policing, because of bridging the gap between police and public, we actually easily convinced them, and we had these 50 centers all over the district having 1,600 bed capacity so that we can isolate suspected people or other primary contact or secondary contact people in the quarantine. So we used it during this thing, and as far as the treatment is concerned, which was with the fourth T of our objective, was basically we identified this Ayush hospital and tried to give the treatment of the suspected people. All the positive people were actually treated in the neighboring district, Midnapur initially, but later on we actually built our capacity, and now we are treating COVID positive people in super specialty hospital, Shalbani, which is in one of my PS area. With regard to district task force, I would like to tell that our main task was to give timely feedback to the state level task force in time so that the different steps could be taken at the government level and they can implement it at the district level easily. With regard to the preemptive and the proactive policing, what we did was we set up a special control room having 80 police personnel on board, and they were working 24/7. They were preparing around for 25 different points report on daily basis. How many people are coming in, how many people are showing the symptoms, how many GP level task force, this thing. So we covered 25 base points report on every day so that district task level force can plan accordingly. This is another project where we actually initiated social distancing ring, and we prepared these rings, lakhs of rings within overnight. So by the time 25th March, this nationwide lockdown was started, we did it within the 25th night itself, and within 24 hours, we completed all the social distancing in front of the essential shops in our whole district with the help of proactively this police department. We tried to create a web for the police check post with the help of the police check post. We had around 57 police checkposts actively working during the COVID-19, and they are still working so that every person who is coming in our district is actually taken care of with their data, from where they are coming is actually noted down at a control room, and so that we can keep a proper surveillance over that fellow, their health screening is being done or not. So we actually used a kind of a web with the help of the check posts, so that any surprise element is not there for the in front of the district task force or any police level or block level task force. As far as the another initiative was concerned, proactively we shifted all the congested markets. We had around 257 markets. Among of them, like we shifted more than 150 markets in open nearby fields within 48 hours. And it also happened without any hue and cry, and public actually supported, and the district admission also supported. So in this picture, what you see is actually college mart, a college this playground where the different shops are there and congestion is actually reduced. To fight the COVID-19, actually being a frontal force, what we did was procure the different sanitizer, mask, face shield, PPE kits, and IR thermometers so that we can also detect the symptoms in our police force, and we sufficiently equipped ourselves, and it helped us a lot. As far as the innovative policing is concerned, what we did, like especially what we did was we formulate proper, precise, and practical SOP for the police personnel. These 10 directives were nothing but basically how a person who is performing a duty on the ground, he should maintain all these kind of personal hygiene and the different SOPs with regard to the COVID-19. So what we did, like we issued these directives, having this gargle in the morning and evening, having vitamin C tablets or different multivitamin thing, and how we now to ensure the social distancing while performing the law and order duties. And it includes also washing hands frequently and sanitizing our vehicles properly. Under the Home Corp project, this was another project which we actually initiated. In this project, we prepared sanitizer having a particular ratio of ethanol, alcohol, Dettol, and then 20% of distilled water. So we procured this sanitizer, manufactured sanitizer, and distributed in other neighboring districts also. And this was not for the sale. This was basically for the use of the police forces. Since I am heading at more than 4,000 active force and 6,000 civic volunteers, so there was a dearth of sanitizer initially, and there was a black marketing. So we tried to stop that, and we tried to manufacture and came up with a solution. So we fabricated 35,000 masks and distributed to the police forces so that they are available with the forces. We also prepared some face shield while migrants were coming. So there was a kind of a caution for us that we could be contaminated with this COVID-19. So we used all the precautions while treating or dealing with the migrants and to welcome them. And we use such kind of a face shield and plus this tabletop shield so that any visitors who is coming to our unit is actually we are reducing or mitigating the risk of the corona in our police department. So every police unit in charge and duty officer is having this shield in all over the district right now. As far as the earlier innovation is concerned, I would like to tell you that there were certain innovative steps which we took before COVID-19 and helped us a lot. In this picture, you would be seeing our mobile canteen. It is basically to give fresh food to the police personnel on duty. So with the help of this, all the strenuous job which were performed by the police personnel, they were given this mobile canteen through. They were provided fresh food, and it was used to distribute the food packets to the migrant workers, to the beggars or the person who were actually starving. So we ensure that this particular vehicle is also used. Another project was mobile bio toilet for the lady police personnel on duty so that they can attend their natural call or something like that. So it helped us during the migration movement. All the women police force, they were very happy with that. So we initiated this mobile toilet project, and it was used during COVID-19 also. This was the mobile Varta. Having LED TV, we can actually use any kind of the message of the government, message of the district SP or district magistrate or any PPT for the wearing part. So we use this vehicle to spread the do's and don'ts of the corona in different language. I would like to tell you that 10% of the public of the population is scheduled tribes population, and they use this Alchiki and Santhali language. So we try to translate government guidelines into that language also. And we actually use this particular vehicle to spread awareness apart from the miking on the regular basis. We use mobile police Sampark app to locate our supervisory officers' locations and the different RT mobiles locations so that we can ensure that every person is doing their job at a particular time. Mobile Rakshak is basically 200 plus motorcycle police patrols, which I initiated in my district. The main purpose was to cope up with the law and order problems, the political violence which were occurring in my district. So what we did during the lockdown, it was converted to check the prices of the essential commodities in markets, and we tried to collect the prices so that there is no shoot on the very sharp time, so that we try to collect the market prices and we try to keep it under control. So mobile lecture was also used and to enforce the lockdown during the lockdown periods. Drone, which is basically we used to have for the ensuring the lockdown thing and social distancing also, we use that. To boost the morale of our police forces during the COVID, as nobody was allowed, nobody was getting leave, so kind of to boost their morale. With the police samvad was started, and we did a counseling, kind of a counseling, where supervisory officer actually is bound to take some kind of grievances, and district level we are addressing their grievances. So it was also used. As far as the innovations for the public is concerned, I would like to tell you that apart from 258 GP level and municipality level task force, different club members were also incorporated to ensure that home delivery to the isolated people or to quarantine people are ensured, and everyone is actually coming, and that particular bracket, everyone is supporting the another person who is in need. So we did this, and we formed this GP level task force from the end of the March. These task level forces are working on the ground to monitor that. We started pasting this health checkup, and so that door-to-door screening is done. We just use this particular sticker, and everyone whoever is visiting that particular house need to sign there. So we tried to use it as a pulse polio abhiyan used in India. So we ensure that their screening is done physically. We use this home quarantine sticker to make a visible impact, so that community is aware that whoever is in isolation or whoever is actually living right now in COVID-19 stage. These were the mobility passes which we started issuing from the lockdown itself. And at the end of the lockdown, we issued it because during the lockdown, we observed that there is a certain load for the essential commodities or essential things. So the people are coming out without any reasons. So we tried to issue different color passes, so that a particular color pass, people actually coming out from his house in the morning or evening, so that road load is reduced from the market. So this was something, but since the lockdown thing is going on, so it is of no use, but it was very important, very unique one.
Please conclude in 2 minutes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. Utilizing police band for the, basically, we use this to remove the monotonous thing. We use Rampa for this particular awareness program. We use certain competition for the children, so that they are not in a monotonous mood. Overcoming the migration challenges, I would like to tell you that we identified 25,000 migrant workers who were residing in my district, and what we did was we provided them proper food, we welcomed them, and we ensured that their transportation. We use the safe houses so that they can kept from the isolation of the community, so that the COVID is not spread at the community level. We around 3.5 lakh people across across my district, and their data was also their data was also shared with the district, neighboring district, and other in my West Bengal. As far as their right is ensured, they are being, after coming to the district, they are being given the job cards. They are in Manrega, they are getting Manrega. With the help of the district task force, we give this feedback to government. Prachesta and Isna Sparsho was started, and 1,000 rupees actually is directly given to their account. We strictly implemented this particular order of MHA to give their employees on wage, and no single person of migrant was stopped in my district. With the help of this, implementation of this particular thing, we use this transport arrangement, and no single incident of any kind of inhumanity or police brutality was occurred in my district while dealing with the migrants. So you can see it was happened in all India, but we actually managed it very well. With regard to the super cyclone Amphan, it was another very challenge for us, because at one particular time we are actually separating people or isolating people from community, and at this time of the Amphan we had to evacuate people. So around 72,000 people were evacuated. This was the damage which occurred. 52,000 actually the house was damaged. Their compensation is already given. Unblocking roads, trees, it was done within 24 hours, so that normalcy can be coming within a very short time period. It was appreciated by the government of West Bengal also. We did some kind of humanitarian relief and disaster resistance, and we also contributed around 26 lakh rupees for the CM relief fund. As far as this district police is concerned, we have actually given 3.5 lakhs food packets to the migrants workers, to the person who were actually nowhere. They were working the brick field, cold storage, and were available there. And we donated around 1,000 units of blood when it was a dire need during the lockdown period. We gave around 25.2 lakh rupees to the CM Relief Fund for fighting the corona. It is basically 1 day salary of our policemen, and we have also sacrificed one life while fighting of this corona thing. Atanu Pramanik, he's recently died, and he was 38 years, having comorbidity. So future roadmap is concerned, we actually are focusing on the testing. Now we are testing around 1,000 tests per day, and the positivity rate is around 10%. Tracing and tracking is going on. We have 900 isolation safe home and quarantine of 25,000 bed capacity. We are pasting these particular stickers in front of every positive person, because as per the SOP now, every COVID positive person can reside inside a house. So we are actually awareing the community and making themselves, and we are available for them also. Treatment, we have 2 level 4 super specialty hospital. Right now 350 patients are actually being treated in these 2 hospitals. As far as the police is concerned, we are developing our infrastructure, we are developing our capacity. We are actually following all the SOPs given by the, as I showed earlier, we are using oximeter, though, and we are under Project FitCop, we are ensuring that they are fit, their temperature, their symptoms are being tracked on the WhatsApp basis, on a WhatsApp module, and we are actually with them. Right now in my district, we have 300 positive corona warrior in my district, but most of the recovery rate is very good, around 95%. And we are prepared for any kind of this thing, because now employment is being reduced. So there would be a change in crime. So we are ready to fight any kind of a cyber crime or any kind of a crime, because the crime and criminology itself is going to be changed. So we are prepared mentally and physically to fight any kind of a pandemic or the corona or any challenge in front of the people. So with this, I come to the end. So thank you so much.
Thank you. See, you have done quite few innovative things, and which are quite impressive. See, what I would like to know from you is, the way you have presented your things, it looks everything was very smooth.
Sure.
What specific hurdles you face, so that the others can see that we can learn from these things? Any special hurdle you would like to discuss? Because as per your presentation, everything looks very clear, very clean, and very smooth.
Sir, as far as the hurdle is concerned, the main hurdle was basically how to collect the data at the district level, sir. So during the task force, when it was established, we before in almost 7 days, we tried to came this conclusion: we have to collect the data. How many people are residing outside? How many people are residing inside? Where we can anticipate some kind of a problem. So like we collected the data of migrants labor, we collected data of the people who were actually living outside. So we tried to contact them. What were the problem faced? So it was kind of a very unique thing. If we have the data, we can plan accordingly. So, and as far as the lockdown thing is concerned, we just did it, sir. We arrested around more than 10,000 people for this, violating this lockdown. But it was very smooth, and everyone was so briefed and at the town level that everyone knew what to do exactly.
Did you charge them also?
Pardon, sir?
You arrested few people, for not following the rules and all that.
Right, sir.
Did you find them?
Yes, sir. We actually tried this non-valuable section, sir. We for violating 188. So that rest legal action is being taken against all of them, sir.
So how is the graph now? How is the COVID graph now in your district?
In my district right now, we have 1,700 positive active cases right now, sir. Till now, the figure was 8,500. Since this unlock thing is going on, there is the smooth movement interstate, intrastate, and we are actually having this kind of a graph is being increased. But we are comfortable. We have the beds available with us for the person who are having symptoms, and all those person maximum are asymptomatic and they are living in their house, and we are pasting sort of kind of stickers so that they can remain inside, and we are keeping community watch, sir.
Okay, you have done very well. Anything which you feel is left, which you could be doing to see that you make it more effective?
Sir, see, as per the situations of whatever we faced, it was we were not trained for, fighting this kind of a pandemic. So as a commoner, as a administrator, what we did, we used all resources, we exhausted what we could have done. But the thing is that we are using, so if technical advancement is there at the district level, we are actually working on that, which is actually comes in capacity building. So it's an ongoing process. We are working on it, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
On to the next one.
Yes.